Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Get started a little bit quickly here because I haven't actually done a lap of practice yet. And there is 2 minutes left of practice. Let me get it out. Welcome everyone. I have the wrong HUD on because I was doing like things yesterday. But welcome along everyone. We are here at Goodwood once again. For hopefully another good race. We had a couple of good races yesterday in the Mini Cooper for the St Mary's Trophy with the grade of terrain cars. It was tricky races, but we had some good battles. I'm going to run wide here. But yeah, as you can tell, I haven't done any practice in the Lotus that we have for this evening. But yes, we've got Lotus Land 26-hour for this evening. For the Tourist Trophy range of GT cars. Went through the entry list in yesterday's stream. Just about to get across the line before... I think before time ran out. That was very close. We'll try and actually get a practice lap in here. This feels quite good. So it does feel quite fun. They had it spinning to pit lane. 30.3. Okay, that's about 4 seconds off the top. But we had quite a bit of fuel on. Yeah, let's see. This line 28.0. So, well, a couple of seconds off that one away. 6. Okay. Interesting. Let me get up the entry list. Yes. This is the entry list for this evening. I'll make that a bit bigger too. So as you can see, full grade cars, we've got Corvettes, Jag types, Haley 3000s, Shelby Cobras, Ferrari 250s, Porsche 904s, Ferrari Bizarrini GT 5300s, TVR Griffith, Barth Simca, and the Salon 26R. That's, yeah, all the cars. Of course, we're in one of 3 Lotus Salons, of which, as you've just seen, I've only done 2 laps with. And, so yeah, not done a lot of practice. And these are cars that kind of need practice, so they're not easy to drive. They're tricky, especially with the track grip a little bit lower. And Goodwood, having quite a few corners that you need to commit to. But yeah, looking forward to this. Let me just check. Yep. There we go. And switch on back. So yeah, qualifying. Gonna reduce fuel. Let's try 13 laps. Again, it is a 20-minute qualifying session. So it is. Once again, we're in one of the lighter, less powerful cars. So we are. That might not be towards the front of the field, but we will see what we can do. For today, if you were here yesterday, you've seen 2 25-minute races. Slightly different plan for this evening. It is 1 45-minute race, which is good for me since I do have something else scheduled for 8 o'clock. So running very tight on time with that. So yeah, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from this evening. All I know is that we will do our best. Not quite getting the chicane right yet. To lift there. Not ideal. Grip has come down a bit since our practice laps. A very slight tap on the wall. Gonna let the car behind through. Though this is fun from the, like, 4 laps I've done so far. I guess you could say it's quite responsive for a car from the 60s. But someone who's also used to cars from modern day, responsive is not quite the word I'd use for it. But yeah, definitely more responsive than what you'd get from most cars from this era. You turn the wheel and the car does actually kind of do what you want it to do. You know, when you turn it in, the car does kind of turn in. Right, cross the line then here. 20.8. Still plenty of time to find. Considering the lack of aero. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's, you know, it's responsive for its time when aero wasn't really a big thing. A little bit wider onto the grass. There's definitely more time to find in this car. But I must admit, I'm not entirely sure where that time is. Okay, a bit of time there. Too hot into there. Looks like we're gonna get some traffic. Ah, there go this through. Appreciate it. Okay, that's a good chicane. Find a bit more time. A little too hot into turn 1. A little bit of time through that left-hander. Use the gear shift to try and help control the slide there. And yeah, find that time. That's nearly half a second left on the table there through that right-hander. For clipping the grass in the braking zone, that was surprisingly good through there. Chicane wasn't quite as good. Still going to improve by a 10th. Better run out of turn 1. That's going to give us a bit more time. Though I think we're still missing a bit of time compared to our previous best through turn 1. A little bit wide there. Trying more speed out of there. So about 2/10 up as we head down here to this braking zone. That car just reset. Unfortunately, that did cost me a little bit of time, but it's another 10th find. Another place gained. Find even more time through T1 here. Much more speed through the right-hander, but sort of compromised our line into the left-hander there. So we didn't really gain anything from it. Yeah, the final chicane's a true bravery and precision test. Precision, something that is quite difficult in these classic cars. A bit of a per exit, getting onto the grass, but of course we save time for not having to avoid a car. There's 4/10 gained, up to 16th place now. Oh, just 100th off of getting into the 27th as well. Definitely too quick into the right-hander. Pass on a very bad line for the left-hander. I suppose we'll just take a little moment to breathe. Let the front tire pressures come down a little bit. Car in front seems to be backing up as well. But I don't want to back up too much because car behind us is a quicker car than us. Four minutes left in session, so we should get 3 laps in. Carrying speed into T1 but not out of T1. And that sequence was about as quick as our best lap, but was a different way of finding the pace. I'm not sure how we compared to the other Lotuses, or Lotus at the moment. That's not a good line. Not a great T1 there. I think the best we can do is 15th place in this qualifying session, just as there's quite a big gap up to 14th. Over 6/10. And while I do think there is time to find, I don't think there's that much time to find. Well, maybe there is. Especially if you include the setup. We're certainly pushing. Oh, look at that chicane. It will be an improvement. It will be into the 27s. Won't be enough to get a position. Oh, I clipped the grass there. Held on to the car, but that's cost us quite a bit of time. So yeah, that's maybe, what, 3/10 we find in that chicane. But that running wide at T1 has not made for a good lap here. For a final lap. Time runs out on the session. I'm not sure if I locked the rear wheel there a little bit. I can definitely... Yeah, I've definitely not been getting close enough to the left-hand side wall. That's where I've been given time up throughout the session until that final lap. You know, that's where I find the time. Down to 18th at the moment. See, oh, that 27.3 is an Elan. So yeah, definitely time to find. But yeah, there's definitely time sort of in the first half of the lap, especially turn 1. I think there's a couple of tenths. So we have a few minutes now before start of the race. So 45-minute race. Top times were 26s. We'll say 26s when we account for race fuel start. So 26 is 86. So it looks like it's going to be 32 laps. Let's have fuel. We need 32 laps. Yeah, but that much fuel. Interesting. Oh, we can bring down the front ride height a little bit. Let's try that. Might give us a little more turn-in. Rear ride height's already as low as it can go. But yeah, once again, another close qualifying session. Well, there's 3 different cars within half a tenth. And then what you've got another selection of 3 cars here from, what was that, 20th to 22nd within half a tenth. Doesn't look like there's any identical times this session. Because of course we've seen there was once one pair of identical times yesterday, but there was also a second pair that I didn't see during the stream. I only noticed in a screenshot from afterwards. So we're on the left-hand side. So we are. Yeah, second fastest Elan. Let's have a little look at the grid, shall we? It's a nice grid. I believe this is our Lotus Elan here. It is. Number 38. That's the last to land. But yeah, we've only got one race start here, so hopefully it goes well for us. This is the grade 1. A pair of 250 GTOs on the front row with TBR Griffith. A couple of GT 5300s, a Porsche up there. Interesting selection. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. Yeah, that's just the way Goodwood is for their race meetings. So then, setup, fuel, just double check. Yeah, 31. More pressure in a row 3. Yeah, they don't really have the space to go as far back as other circuits. Here we go then. I shouldn't have shifted up so early. Try and come back on the outside. Well, that was a horrible start. But hopefully we can have some fun racing back through the fields to some extent. Go around the outside here. Then we don't have the straight line speed down the straight. This feels like a familiar story. That was interesting. Been an interesting lap 1, for sure. Very poor start, unfortunately, for us. But yeah, sometimes the races where you find yourself towards the back and have to sort of race back up to where you should be are more fun. A little bit of rubber banding for the car in front. Car in front runs wide onto the grass. That'll be one free place. Catching up to this four-way fight quite a bit. Can see one of the lads in front there, just getting overtaken on the straight. Tried to set up for a better exit there through the chicane. Car in front made a mistake, ran wide. That gives us one more position. Apex in there somewhere. Bit deep into the left-hander here. Need to try and close up for the slipstream. The two cars in front. That's a much better turn one. Didn't overdrive it on the entry. Now, if we did that in qualifying, we could have been a couple of places higher. Oh, I've went in too deep there. Luckily, a bit of a gap behind. Cars in front aren't fighting as much anymore, so we're starting to fall back, but looks like they're now going side by side. Yeah, look at that. They start going side by side and we're immediately closing up. Alan trying to send it right the outside. We have the run here. But do we have anywhere to go with it? We'll try and follow the Alan through. But then we're just sort of boxed in here on the outside. That's a good line. Cartrad like to the inside. But ambitious move there. Now unfortunately we're the ones getting held up in a battle. Very good cut back from the Elan there. We were just really very much on the limit of braking there. That was good racing at its finest. Alana's going to try and come back at us here. We're going to hold the inside line. Alan's going to be much braver than us, but it's going to be too brave. And they're side by side in the background through the chicane. I had a very poor run through the chicane, but obviously being side by side, they heavily compromised each other, and that allows us to get away. Now to see if we can chase after any of the cars in front of us. We're up to 18th place. Oh, I just got wide there. There goes all those positions. Glad that car didn't roll back any further. The glass straight line speed, nothing I can do about that. It may seem like such a nothing corner, but as we seen last lap, if you don't take it seriously, you'll realise, yeah, it is quite the corner in these classic cars. Take my gear shift there. Alright, now this is better pace. Nearly into the 27s, of course, helped a little bit with slipstream. Had to take a lift there, otherwise I would have understeered off. Closing in on the Elan in front. That's a messy little section. Didn't get sort of the weight transfer car into the left-hander very well. This messy lap, we're being caught by the car behind. E-Type, I think that is. They're going to be a little too far back this straight to do anything. Gonna have a three-way battle soon enough. Just a little too far back for slipstream. You know, every little helps. A little wide for the apex there, so I had to lift. Unnecessary shift to second. Yeah, Lance gonna get swamped there. But like blue car, two places on one straight. You can see Alana in front. Just being held up through the chicane. Had a look to the inside, but I don't think the Elan meant to go for that move. Because I bumped them, I'm gonna give them that spot back. I think they had a spin on the grass. Oh, they're still trying to get going. I feel a bit bad about that one. That's the line. Right, let's see if we can go have some battling up in front. Not sure why they're going slow. They might have had an off. Well, that silver car is very sideways. And now they're on the grass. Straight line speed of the cars in front. Blue car trying to pass this grey car, Buzz nowhere to go. Apex again, somewhere in there. Less than 20 minutes to go now, so we're over halfway through. Send it round the outside. We're not giving the acceleration on the exits. Can't force a mistake out of them. Oh, there's the car sideways. Yeah, good exit here. Yeah, I think we're far enough in front now. Just clip the grass. I overcorrected there. Put myself onto the grass again on the exit. Oh, and then they braked themselves behind us, ran wide onto the grass. That's going to give us a lovely gap. Not sure the car quite liked the full throttle leg of it between the two corners there. Silver car got into the grass. Got around here. They weren't able to carry speed there. That defensive maneuver might not have been the best idea. Yeah, stop them from sort of making a move up or inside, but compromised us a bit. Might leave them close enough to make a move. down this straight. They're closing, but they're not going to be close enough. I think we might find ourselves in a bit of no man's land here, unfortunately. There's one car about 4 seconds back. Or 5 seconds back, sorry. That's closing on us quite quickly. So you understeer wide. This E-Type, I think it's E-Type, probably isn't. No, it's not E-Type. Now they're going to get back past us because with straight line speed, I was going to leave them the right hand side to make the move, but then they sort of wanted to cut back to the left. I'd run through the chicane for myself that time. Are they close enough? Go hold it around the outside. They don't have the grip on that tight line. Need to try and build a little bit of a gap here. And instead of building a gap, we had a big slide into the right-hander there. Do have the leader approaching us, but there's still a couple of cars back. Oh, that was incredible. Fair play to them for, not running out wide, having a big slide and trying not to hit me and holding on to it. That was good. Go slightly behind the 250 GTO, I assume. Since they are lapping us. Then this is where the race gets a bit interesting. For a different reason. Oh. Well, yeah, when you hit the wall like that. Yeah, didn't do so many favors. Went in there a bit hot and Yeah, all race I feel like, or especially start qualifying, felt like I was leaving a gap, trying to make sure I wasn't giving time up by just being however far away I was being from the wall, get as close as I could in that time. Well, that time I got too close. We can't catch up to the car in front of us. I mean, we were just fighting them, but the car in front of them, first car that passed us, is much quicker, so we will not be catching up to them. Look how much time through that sector that we can pick up on our personal best. I mean, it is also worth mentioning, grip is getting better, it's now at 97%. Which in a way isn't good for us, because it means the more powerful, heavier cars can use more of their power. As understeer. That was very close to not left-hand side wall, but the right-hand side wall. Feel like I could just feel the wheel sort of dipping in between the wall and the track. Oh, that's a very bad turn one. Definitely not going to catch anyone running laps like this. 25.2 for the leader last time around. I don't think we're at threat of the race going an extra lap. And plus we've been lapped anyway, so if it did for the leader, it would be an extra lap for us. It would be kind of as expected, since I didn't take into account the possibility of us being lapped. Just the car running a little bit wide there. We're 3 seconds back from the car in front. If we want to try and get back in front of them, we need to make a charge now. Oh, I think they just hit the wall. Well, never mind that. A little bit wide of the apex there. Okay, now I've used more of the apex through the left-hander. So we've got 1 second gap to the car behind, but you also have second and third coming up to lap us soon. Again, just getting as close as I can to that right-hand side wall. Again, shouldn't have shifted down to second there. Three and a half minutes left in the race. There'll likely be 3 laps to go when we cross the line. Here comes second and third. Hopefully they have the straight line speed to pass us here. A little bit awkward, but not much can be done about it. 2 laps to go. We've got a perfect view of the fight for second. One car is off ahead, but it's a lapped car. apex in there somewhere. That curb can spit you out quite weirdly. For the bad line that we had into the chicane there, we didn't do too badly through it. Final lap then, as time runs out. 12-second gap to the car in front. 3 seconds to the car behind. As long as we don't make any mistakes, we should be safe here in 19th place. A little bit disappointing, of course. I, to be honest, forget where I qualified. But if it wasn't for that very poor start, we could have been a bit further up. Oh well, that's all our own fault. Kurt was very fun, so it has been the Lotus Elan. Had some good fun battles with it. I think, yeah, I've enjoyed it a bit more than the Mini, to be honest. But both the Mini and this have been good fun. This is a little bit more my style. But both cars have been good fun. Nearly messed up the chicane with the lap car in front. Just sort of putting me off. Hitting the second wall. But yeah, that was a fun race. That's final results. Where did the other land finish? Up at 13th. Yeah, I don't think I had quite a pace for 13th. They were first car to be that. Or no, sorry, they did finish on the lead lap. Yeah, I feel like we maybe could have been up towards here a little bit more. But yeah, 19th place. Apparently can't check where we qualified. I don't know, it feels like it's been a little bit buggy. But yeah, fun race indeed. What time is it? It's no, I'm not gonna have time for the for some Art of Rally. Sorry, I've got something I have to go and do right now. But yeah, that's a fun race. I really enjoyed that. Big thanks to Nate and the other admins at SROL for setting up the weekend. Both the events I did yesterday and tonight were very fun. And as always, the effort they put into their events, just the polish, on stuff like the entry list. It's one of the things that got me into the SROL events in the first place. When is the Riverside 200 last year, that I sort of saying, I was like, I'm not sure that's my thing. And then I seen the entry, the first entry list for it, I was like, oh, actually, this, and it just intrigued me that bit more. I was like, you know what, I want to give this a go now. it just gave me an idea of sort of the time and effort they put into making their events good quality events. And yeah, I've not regretted it since. It has been a lot of fun events. And this weekend was another set of them. So yeah, very much thanks to SRL. If you want to join the races, I do have a link to their Discord in the description. They don't just do AC events; they do them on Ultimate. iRacing. They also have rally events on Richard Burns Rally and the WRC game, which of course we have been doing as well. All those events, most of those events. Um, so yeah, a lot of variety, and they're all great quality events. Yeah, SRL. Um, so yeah, I better get going. Thank you very much, Eddie, for coming and chatting earlier. I know you had to go. Um, yeah, I suppose I know you're not listening, but good luck for your race. Thank you to those that came in and were lurking throughout stream or watching the back. Hope you all enjoyed and appreciate it. I will be back on Tuesday for our IndyCar race at Phoenix, the one oval round of our 6 week season. Now that we're getting into the second half of it now, hopefully we can get a good result. Hopefully base strategy goes our way. But yeah, oval's not usually my thing, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And then we'll also be back on Wednesday on the Mon Ultimate. Check out some of the ELMS content with an SROL race. Speaking of, so yeah, we'll be at Silverstone releasing, and yeah, we we will see how it goes. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you during the week. But until, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good Monday and good start of your week. And yeah, I will see you then on Tuesday or Wednesday. Until then, take care. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.